Um, Another interesting thing that I remember when I was young and I started listening things about spirit guides, and I was really intrigued by the concept of a spirit guide. It's like a guardian angel. If you're from like Catholic background, probably heard of it. So the thing is pretty much the belief that on the spiritual realm, you kind of have spirits or angels or people taking care of you. It can be your ancestors. Many religions do believe in that your ancestors are with you. But spirit guides don't necessarily need to be your blood related ancestors. They can be just your soul family, and they are taking care of you all the time, basically. So I remember I tried a meditation to get like first contact with my spirit guide when I was young. And I remember sitting down on the floor of my room and just like closing my eyes, breathing in, and like, okay, I'm ready to meet you. Like, you're allowed to come in, you're allowed to express yourself. Please, if you're here with me, let me feel it in my arm. And I remember I felt like very strongly on my shoulder, my left shoulder, like this pressure, like a hand on my shoulder. And I was like, okay. I was like, are you like a female or male energy? And then when I thought about each one, I could, when was the right answer, I could feel in my body. And so it was like a very bodily experience, not if, because when we think about it spiritual, we might think, oh, a dream, or I don't know, something more
But I think
ephemeral.
your spirit guide will talk to you in a way that you will understand.
Yeah, and you need
If you're
to
scared
allow
about
it.
it, probably
Yeah.
it won't show up. But if you need a physical sensation, then you're gonna have it. If you need visual, if you need a sign, you can ask for different things.
And so I kind of got an idea of who my spirit guide was, or at least the main spirit guide, because I think most of us have more than one, like spiritual protection. There's many spirits, more spirits than incarnated people. So you have a very powerful bodyguard on the other side taking care of us. We're never alone. And I had other experiences when I did the psychic reading and past life regression. I got a confirmation in both readings about the same spirit that was with me. And I was like, this is amazing. And all of them said, so yeah, this is the confirmation. That's her. And it was a female energy with me. And I actually, in past life regression, I got to see who the person was when I lived a life with her. And yeah,
Amazing.
it's amazing.
I
Everything is
didn't have the
connected.
chance yet to really know who my spirit guides are because when I tried, it was really confusing. When I had my reading, because there were like a lot of people trying to come in, and people who had passed away in our family trying to give message to other people, so it was kind of crowded. So I'm not
The
sure.
channel was crowded.
Maybe yes, the channeling was a little bit crowded. Everyone wants to talk, but maybe one day I'm gonna be able to know my spirit guide as well. I really hope
I
so.
think, yes, it will for sure. And I think we should explain to our listeners or viewers what like past life regression is. Most people, I mean, some people never heard of it before. And we're just
Just a
talking it.
brief comment about spirit guides. I think one very interesting thing about spirit guides is that they can change during your lifetime depending on what you need or what experience you're passing through. For example, if you're pregnant and you're gonna have a baby, maybe your spirit guide, who was like a male in a past life, can change to a very nurturing and motherly figure who can support you in this first experience as a mother or other situations as well, which is very interesting. How you have really a support team,
Yeah.
many spirits and souls here to guide us, because this is a challenge. It's a big challenge coming here and incarnating and
Yeah, if you
having all
think about
those earthly experiences. Yeah.
we need to lower our vibration so much just to be in this physical dimension. And if you, it's true, and if you, I mean, some people might think we're going too far now, but hold on with us. I promise it's cool. Um, some people say like you have your higher self, right? So many people believe that when you incarnate in this world, you don't incarnate fully. Like your soul is only like a slice of your actual size of your soul. And what is in here can connect to your higher self. And actually your higher self, that is your the bigger part of your soul that knows the bigger purpose and why you had to incarnate this time, why you're going through the situations and the struggles you're going through. That's the biggest level of connection you can have. That's why meditation is so good, because you actually channel that back into you and you get back in your purpose, not really trying to get external like support so much, but you can find it within yourself.
And also, before we talked about embodiment, and it's really important to, have space for your soul to incarnate, for your soul to be inside your body, even if it's just like a little part of your soul. You have to welcome it in. Otherwise, it's going to be like trying to stay here, but not really being able because you're not
Comfortable
being a
in your
vessel.
skin. Yes. You deserve, like me and my sister, we were talking about this, how important it is for everyone to acknowledge that they deserve to be in this planet. They deserve to be incarnated. They deserve to have a body and have this life experience. Sometimes we feel too apologetic about even existing. And this is not right. You have a soul, you have a body, you're beautiful, you deserve to be living this. And life is pretty precious. So feel comfortable in your skin. Allow yourself to be here, to occupy the space you do in this world, right? So I think we should go back to the topic we're talking, like past life regression, so people understand what you're actually referring to.
Sure. Can you explain a little bit?
Okay, so many religions, many cultures do believe in past lives and multiple lives. So if you come from Eastern culture, probably heard of it before, about karma and all those things, and your soul evolves through incarnation. The funny thing about Western perspective of multiple lives and incarnation is that in the US at least, they remove the part that you can incarnate as an animal, which I think is funny because each culture just adapts to what fits them better, I feel. But in general, it's just this belief that your soul is eternal and this life experience is one in multiple. And each time you incarnate because you need to learn a lesson and you need, or you're here to help other people, but you have a mission. And past life regression is pretty much a hypnosis technique that can bring you back memories from other lives and other moments in history that you've been through and kind of unblocking what happened. So, past life regression, there is a lot like Brian Weiss and many other famous doctors. You can find they usually are psychologists or psychiatrists that are starting to use hypnosis to treat their patients because they couldn't find the root cause of traumas or like emotional disturbances they had. Nothing that came to their minds was actually the root cause. So through hypnosis, actually some patients regressed into a different time that was not this lifetime. And they found that they had this extreme fear, for example, of water because they drowned in a past life and that's how they died. So their body and their soul still remembers the fear of drowning. Or if you have a very hard relationship with women, it might be because something happened in a past life that you've been really badly hurt by someone like a female, or many even somatic issues. Sometimes they go back to times that are not this lifetime. So a lot of
Not to
people use this
count,
for healing.
not to count the vows that we made in past lives and we
Oh
carry
yeah,
on.
that's a
Vows
whole
of
another issue.
poverty, vows of, I don't know how to
Celibacy
say,
and everything. Yeah,
vows of not eating, and then in this lifetime you gain a lot of weight, or you cannot keep your weight. You just keep losing weight because you had some kind of contract with that in a past life.
Yeah, I mean, an example like the poverty vow, for example, if you lived in a culture that's like if you're rich, that's something bad. And even like Christian background is like Jesus had this extremely hard
Humble
life
life.
and poor life, and that's the way to gain salvation. And you made a vow in that life that you're gonna live as his disciple or something. And now in this life, you don't even remember what you said. You're not even in that culture anymore, but you still have problems with your finances. It might be because you didn't break the vow you made in a past life. Or so I think past life regression is a wonderful thing for you to understand yourself better and your mission in this lifetime. And one curious thing that I find is that when you have your past life regression, most of us lived multiple lives. So, of course, not all lives will come jumping at you, but the one who is the most important for you to understand something in your life in that moment. That's why you can come back to those types of healing sessions multiple times throughout your life and different memories will come up.
Although when I had my session, I think I saw things from different lives.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, you had only one life story that was complete, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, same for me. So another thing that I learned from that experience, actually I had my past life regression right before I came to Korea for the first time. And that gave me courage to do whatever I needed because every time I felt belittled or that I didn't have power to do something, I just remind myself, girl, you lived so many lives. You've been through so much. Your soul is so much wiser than this. You can do whatever you want. You have the power and the strength to go through this lifetime. So, just reminding myself what I've been gives me courage to be who I am, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You don't feel just a 20-year-old girl. You're,
Yeah.
you know, you feel you're
Thousand.
more capable.
Yeah. So, if you want to try past lives, we encourage that. Everyone that we know had a really nice experience. It's not because sometimes people are scared that they're gonna see their death and it's only gonna be painful and this and that. You might see your death, but everything comes to a bigger understanding. So don't feel scared of
But I mean,
yourself.
everyone needs to do all this in their own time.
Yes, of course.